Welcome to Genius Connect. Please subscribe and share.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatema Vora and I teach Social Science at Jai International School. My topic for today is Federalism and Power Sharing. Now power sharing, as you must have observed, I've already explained in detail in the last video. Now we are taking it ahead because when the power sharing, if you see, there are 4 forms of power sharing, and each of these forms in itself is a way in which governance is done. The first form of power sharing is horizontal power sharing. Now horizontal power sharing means that the power is equally divided among the different tiers or organs of the government. The power is divided properly among the different organs of the government, which is the judiciary, the legislature and the executive. Each of these particular levels or organs of the government works independently, and any organ of the government does not have any right to interfere into the workings and functioning of the other organ of government. So this is how the division of the power sharing is done. This is how horizontal functions, because in horizontal all of them are at a similar pedestal and anyone does not exceed the other in power, nor does any of them have the right to interfere with each other's functioning. The best example for this one could be in India. In the Indian judiciary, any decision could be made irrespective of what the executive thinks or what the legislature thinks. Same way, the legislature can pass the bills without the constant interruption from the executive, and the executive has a complete free hand in governing and in running the country. So each of these has a different significance, each of these has a different importance, and most importantly, they don't interfere with each other. So this is the first form of power sharing, which is the horizontal distribution or horizontal form of power sharing. Coming to the second one, vertical distribution or the vertical form of power sharing. Now in this, there is a top-bottom relationship. That means the center comes at the topmost, then comes the state, then comes the district. The center, the state and the district. There are 3 different levels. Each level, as you go up, increases in power. The district has the least possible power. Then comes the state and then comes the center. The center has the center is the most powerful unit out of these 3, and center takes all major decisions, as happens in our country. The central government is the most powerful form of government. It takes all major decisions for the country. Then it gives directions to the state government, and it also takes follow-ups from the different state governments. Though the state governments function independently, still they are answerable to the center. They have to answer the center, they have to give reports to the center, and whenever they want any sort of funding, they have to request the center. Same happens with the district and the state. The state is the more powerful unit than the district, and that is why when it comes to the state-district relations, the district has to seek permission from the state, the district has to request the state for funding, and similarly, if there are any areas, the state's decision would be prominent. Same way, if there are any disputes between the states and the center, then the center's decision would be prominent, because the center is the most powerful unit. And this system or the vertical distribution of power sharing is also known as federalism. Federalism is a system in which 2 or more units of the country are there, because the country is too huge to be governed by a single government, or a unitary government or a central government cannot govern the entire country. That is why it has broken the country down into subunits. These subunits are then known as levels, which function and which take care and make sure that the country runs. So in our country, we have center, then we have state, then we have the district. All these 3 have their powers assigned to them by the constitution, and our constitution also makes sure that there are no disputes between them. The union list, the state list and the concurrent list are there in the constitution, which makes sure that each of these levels have their powers already pre-assigned to them. Pre-assigned means the powers of these different states are already listed. The powers of the center, what comes under the center's purview, is already listed and guaranteed in the constitution. And if there are any disputes, then Supreme Court is in a position to guide and to pass a judgment on this. And eventually, if there are any disputes between center and state, the center is in a more powerful position, and the center's decision would prevail throughout the country. The union list contains of all the matters that are relevant to the center. These matters include defense, currency, and main importance foreign affairs and such matters which are important for the whole country. Then you have the state. The state list consists of matters that are important to the state: marriage, adoption, succession, education. And then the concurrent list. Concurrent list contains both, that is the state and the center. Some subjects, particularly education, where even state and center both have a right to pass a judgment on, they come under the concurrent list. This is all about the vertical power sharing. Then the third form of power sharing is power sharing between different social groups. Different groups in the country share power and live in coordination and harmony with each other. And last but not the least comes power sharing between different political parties. Power sharing between different political parties means coalition government. Wherever one party is not able to form the government, then power is shared and many parties come to rule. So that was it. These are the 4 forms of power sharing. Thank you.
I hope you all would have enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Genius Connect and put on the notification to receive more such videos. Like and share this video too. Thanks for watching.